Hello everybody, I'm here with a Janome DC1050. It has all these really cool stitches. When you want to rewind a bobbin, this is an automatic, which is a computerized sewing machine. I have so many people tell me this is not computerized. This one is computerized. It has a computer screen. It has all these little cool things. Okay. Anyway, this is where you put your, well, you're going to put your empty bobbin, but first you've got to thread that empty bobbin. So you want to put your thread here, or if you have that little spool thing here, I mean this is for your spool too, so you can go this way or you can do this way, and then it shows you a diagram. Okay, a lot of people just thread them this way. I kind of crisscross them so they don't pop off, because I pop off of these sometimes. So I crisscross, come back this way, and go into here, put our bobbin in it, click it over. This is an automatic. If you put your presser foot in, then you have to push your presser foot to get this to turn, and it should say winding bobbin. Okay, whenever you are done, and sometimes it doesn't always stop, you want to watch it, make sure it fills up pretty good, then you put it this way. But if you unscrew this too much, you're going to lose a nut and it's going to fall down inside there. So just make sure you don't unscrew it too much, and make sure you rescrew it to make sure it's nice and tight. You don't have to pop this one out because it's an automatic. It'll shut the sewing machine down. It shouldn't sew when it's over here. Now, if you forget to, and you click it back this way and you go to sew and you can't figure out why the machine won't work, check to make sure this is pushed back this way so it doesn't get stuck this way. Okay? When you're done, then you take your thread off and you put this bobbin down in here, okay, into the drop-ins area. And it shows you a diagram how to go about doing it. In other words, when you're holding the thread, it's going to come up over like this, okay? And then that's the way it drops in. And then it comes around this way and hooks into that little slot and pull back this way, okay? Then, I want to show you what happened to her machine. She was going crazy trying to figure out what happened. Well, there's a broken spot right here. It broke all the way across. Every time she was sewing, the thread would get caught in this area here. And at first I thought it was just spaghetti, and I gave her a video on how to fix the spaghetti. But when she said it's still getting caught, then I wondered if something was wrong with the bobbin casing. So what we did is bring it here, and I saw it was cracked. My daughter said, "How's thread getting in that?" And she was, "I don't know. I will put it in the box. I'll look at it later." And then we found the thread. There's some white thread in here somewhere. A lot of it was caught down in here. And then this other thread, this green colored thread, was caught in the uptake. Sometimes if the machine's running slow, it's caused by the thread getting caught in the uptake. So then you have to take this cover off and look in the uptake to see if there's any thread in it, and you have to pull that out. Or I always tell people, put a little oil in it. This is the oil I use right here, and it has a spout, and you want to put that oil into that area back in this where the uptake's at, and that loosens all that up, and you can pull it out. Okay, well, I gave her a new casing, brand new one, and it's in there now, and it's doing much better. It's actually heavier duty than this one. This one's like made thin, and that's why it broke. I gave her a one that's heavier and stronger, and it's in there. Okay, anyway, when you're going to go to thread this one, you want to thread it from the back, okay, because most of them have old thread, and people don't know that, you know, when you have a little cut there, it'll cause to grab it and then fling the thread across the room. So you always want to thread it to the back. Now, some of the newer stuff you can thread to the front or the back, but this is a new spool, so it can go either way. And so you thread from the back, and you go here, and you follow the lines right here. When you get to this point, you got to stop. Make sure your foot, right here, your foot is up. That opens the chambers to receive that thread. If you don't, it won't receive it. It won't sew correctly. Okay? And then you go down this way, and you follow the arrows up this way, and here's your uptake, and you go all the way back. Circle back this way, and it will get caught in that. If it doesn't get caught and it's up here, and it uptakes down, and it's not high enough to receive it. Now this one, I think it will go higher, see? So you can see it to receive that thread, okay? If it doesn't get received, then it's going to get caught down in there. So you always want to make sure it's receiving that thread and go this way, okay? Then back down here, and this one's like a double needle. I don't think it underneath there. And you go down this way, so you go right through there, down here, and you can put a double needle in because it has two sides. It has one this side and one this side. When you want to use one needle, you want to go here on this side, and then you put it in your thread here. It does have a threader, okay? if you can figure out how to use them. But to me, I hate them. They're going to drive me nuts. And then when you're ready to sew, you want to do this. Let me go turn on my little, yeah, there we go. Turn on my little strip. I use the power strips to put my sewing machines in, so if there's electrical storm, they don't get zapped, especially these ones that are computerized. If they get zapped, you lose all your sewing machine. The machine won't even run. Anyway, you come over here and you hit this on button right here, like that, and the machine comes on, and everything's showing here. And okay, I have this on. Okay, where we got 0, 0. There's 0, 0. Some of these are, this one's in the center. Okay, I'll let you know how I like the center. This one's off the side. This one backs up for you if you want it back up. There's another one back up. Now, they're all different size stitching, okay? You can still adjust this one if you want to. I think it's here how to adjust this thing, because it took me a while to figure it out. I don't know. This is the... No, let's see here. What is this doing? There, you kind of move this around. Then you got this, and you want to go up. You go up here. See how you push this button, it moves this around. So you want to go up here. Let's see, we'll do 4. Okay, right there. Okay, and then this automatically should turn this back to here when you go to start. I put it on medium, fast, not super fast, and not slow, because it drives me nuts when it's on slow, unless you're doing some really, really good work and you want to do that to it. This is up or down needle, okay? If you're not going to use the presser foot, the foot that, not presser foot, but the foot that you, here, let me get the foot. If you're not going to use this foot here, this is your power foot for you to run it. I like doing that, but some people don't, and they prefer to use the stop and start right here. This is your reverse. Oops, it's going to reverse now. And this is the up, and this one here, I forgot what that is. I don't have the book, so I don't remember everything about the different things. These are your numbers right through here that change up here. So if you don't want that after all, you can go back and change those numbers, okay? If you want to change this number, then you have to hit it again and it'll flash this one. If you want to just change this number, then you hit it again and it goes to this number. So that's how you get to all these different really cool, fun stitches, okay? I'm not going to really do those stitches. I'm just giving her a basic information about her sewing machine and what I've done to it, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and proceed to sew. See, it backed up on me, so because I hit the backup button. It runs really good and slow. Medium, because I got it running on medium. Let's go ahead and do another quick stitch. Now, sometimes when you're running this and you're running it for, if you're running it for a, when you want to do, let me say it. I'll show you the stitching first. See how it's stitching really nice there, how we turned it, and really nice there. But if you're going to stitch like with heavier thread or lighter thread and you're going to do a zigzag, you might have to change the tension a little higher. Right now it's on 3 to do basic cotton. But if you're going to, that's if you're going to do anything like that. If you're going to do like a zigzag, right, like they're intermitting, you don't have to do it for it. It's mostly just a basic zigzag. You have to set the tension a little differently. Right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to get this ready for her to pick it up today. And I have a doctor appointment, so we want to get this thing ready for her to pick up. There we go. Now, when you're going to go to travel, you want to put the needle down like that, and that's going to keep the hub from getting destroyed or hurt. Okay? So when you're traveling, you don't have to worry about the machine getting hurt. Now, I'll probably just give her this thread. This is almost out, so I'm just going to give that to her. And I have a business card here, and has my information here. But if you want to contact me through the messenger on YouTube here, and then I will let you know how to get a hold of me through Messenger on Facebook. Okay? If you need my phone number, I really don't put it up there in the public, because people, they all live in different time zones, and they'll try calling me in the middle of the night. I'm sleeping. So if you try to do that and you can't get a hold of me, it's probably because I'm sleeping. I'm Eastern time, so if you try to call me from California, I think you're like 4 hours out there, or is that Alaska? I don't remember. And so everything's a little bit different. And then I have my YouTube channel here on the back. So if, like if you have come here to service your sewing machine, you'll get like 3 of these business cards, one for you, or if you already have my information inside your phone, then you give out 3 of these, you get a gold star. Then if you reference me by just giving the person my phone number and the information, then you get another gold star, so you don't have to have a business card. You can just tell them about me. Okay? But she was saying on her information, she said upper thread is collecting under the plate, a free plate or something. What does that say? Free plate? No, face plate. Okay. My face plate. I guess this is your face plate. I'm not sure what that plate is. I thought that was your bobbin plate. But anyway, that's what her problem was. But now we got this problem fixed. And she's just picking up her sewing machine today. And she's going to pay for their part. And I'm sitting here looking at my daughter and I planted a bunch of seeds and everything. And she, I think, wrote hers out in detail right here. And I just put mine as simple can be. And they're sitting in here. I just got to get them out in the greenhouse. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't got it organized enough to get the next things in there. So I'll do that later. Anyway, when it's ready, time for traveling, and then you need to turn this off. I gotta get, my daughter likes using alcohol for alcohol baths, but you put it on the cloth and then you wipe everything down. And that's what I gotta do next because she's not here today. And we didn't get a chance to get this whole sewing machine finished and cleaning it because I had a migraine when I woke up the day I wanted the lady to pick it up. It's like, oh great, now I got a migraine. I can't even focus. I couldn't even do a video. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you, what you like to sew. Where did you get a sewing machine? Whatever question you want to answer. You don't have to answer all of it. Just answer basics information. If you found it in a thrift shop, got it really cheap, runs great, or doesn't run at all and can't figure out what's going on, I can give you some suggestions. Now, if it's a computer issue, you're going to have to go and contact Janome directly and ask them where to take it to get the program done. I'm just a mechanic. I just will work on the fascia, or I'll work on the basic information on the sewing machine, or give it a deep cleaning, check everything out, make sure everything's running. But I can't work on the computer part itself. If the computer part is messed up, I can't fix that for you. And some of these sewing machines are so old now, they won't even support the sewing machine's program. So if the program is wiped, technically there's nothing you can do with the sewing machine. It's great for parts, but that's all you can use it for. Anyway, have a blessed day. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment below if you have any information about it or anything you want to talk about, or you want to tell me about your sewing machine and what you like to sew. Make sure you share it with your friends and family. That helps my channel a whole lot. Check out the merch. I do have a fun sewing machine that, like the sewing machine that's on my business card right here. It's actually on my t-shirt. So if you want a t-shirt or a notebook or something like that, or a mug that has this little logo, or it won't have this on it. It'll just say, it'll have not this logo unless you want that logo, and then you can put it, as it'll say something like this on it instead of this right here. This is just a secondary business that I kind of do as a hobby. I'm a hobbyist. A lot of people ask me all the time, what's a hobbyist? A person that takes the total of what they make and to do the taxes at the end of the year. It's so much easier than trying to do the itemized thing that just drives me nuts. So anyway, so there's my it says hobbyist, and it has my name, and has sewing machine, sewing machine, I can't even read it, mechanic, and it has owner, and then basically my name. So, and then my phone number, which I do not, unless you Google me, you might be able to find me. But anyway, have a blessed day. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.